Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap for Monday, April the 2nd. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions for me? This is the email address you can use. This is a link to get into our free room. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our free room. This is a subscription link, and that promo code is still valid, the one to get 25% off. It'll be valid until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time tonight. And you'll see the promo code. It's Spring for AI, all in capital letters, but you'll see it in the email that you're receiving. I'll open the room at around 9 o'clock Eastern Time. That's when I start to share my screen, and I get live in the mic at about 9:05. I go to 3:30 Monday to Thursday and 3 o'clock on Fridays. All right, well, I'll tell you, not a very productive day for me, really. Didn't trade very much, and what I traded really didn't do that much. I did take a short on Snap. Basically came in the what I call my basic high-low. Of course, it was making new lows. Broke down below the whole number, 1486. I got into the short right about here. And got a little excited, thought it would really start to maybe test that 14 level. I actually wanted to take some down here, and I got a little distracted. I did, basically what I did is I covered some at 1473 and 2, and then on its way up, basically flat. Now I notice it's moving down now. But the SPY, of course, is very weak. I mean, you have to, let's take a look at the daily chart for the SPY. And there is... right, just a second here. Let me just see if I can do this right here. I want to put the... I'm not going to do it right now, but the 200-day moving average is in this area, so it is now below the 200-day moving average. So, this is obviously setting up a lot of interesting short opportunities, but I missed this one though, and this wasn't a short. Didn't quite miss it. I mean, we saw this one in the pre-market. This is definitely a buck the trend, but as I said, some of these stocks will completely and utterly trade on their own, these small little bios. I kind of misread this one because, we saw this in the pre-market, the tan area is the pre-market activity, big pop-up, but this was based on phase, I think, 2B results. Typically what we see with these is that once the market opens, I call them like the bio fizzle. And there were no shorts available at Interactive Brokers for me anyway. And I would have anticipated a fizzle once the market opened. You see what it did in the first 15 minutes. It got as high as that, and then it sold right off. That to me looked like it was going to start to dump. But no, I mean, it's really surprised me. And in fact, it is now, son of a gun. Just a second, please. All right, everybody. Well, I had to. I'm actually in this one at 924, and I sold some at 952. 924 and 952. They got to pay pretty close attention to this one. I was just saying that this one absolutely was trading on its own. I was looking to see to maybe get this one if it could get the bid to 920, and it looked like to me anyway that it was going to give that up. But then look at that, it came right back up, and so that's why I paused this. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. If it starts to drop a little severely, I'll have to pause this again. But anyway, keeping an eye on that, of course. Another monitor. And now 967. It did hit a high of 1026. So anyway, interesting. I did have to pause it to get into that. These move so quickly. There is only, now I don't know how many are actually in the float, but we have 184,000 shares in the float, which is insanely low. That's the float again is the available. It's sort of the supply of stock, and so all of a sudden you get this incredible demand. That's why you get moves like this. So anyway, let's keep going. You know what? There's really not a heck of a lot more to talk about other than the overall SPY is certainly weak. And I am just going to look at this one. So I'm going to shut down the this recap right now as I'm watching this. Okay, really have to pay attention as I'm watching this one. So I'm going to shut this down right now, and I hope let me just bring back the shut this down. Bring back, if you have any questions for me, this is the address you can use. This is the link to get into the free room. This is a subscription link. Again, I remind you, we still have the 25% off. It'll be over tonight, 11:59 Eastern Daylight Time. So if you're sitting on the West Coast, don't try to do it, at 10 o'clock your time. I'll open the room tomorrow at 10 Eastern Time. That's when I'll start to share my screen and get live on the mic at 9:05. And hopefully we'll see you in our trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.